So, if you're feeling sad or if you're feeling down, I truly believe that you deserve to feel that way. In the sense where you have to break down what is sadness or what is happiness if you're trying to achieve happiness. So, the way that I view it is that sadness is being non productive, and being happy is being productive. Now, a lot of people, they are productive, or you could say majority of people in society could be productive or not productive, but let's break down being productive first. A lot of people say, oh, I worked super hard on this or this project, or I have my job or something, I'm putting in all the hours, blah, 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 working super hard. But have you guys ever heard the saying of work smart, not harder? You could put in all the hours for something, but if it's not going to lead to satisfaction or to a better reward than in comparison to if you're working on something that is worth it, that you do want to do, and that you've actually looked at, came up with a strategy and a different approach than compared to everyone else. Like, let's just say everyone's making their bed in the morning. Imagine everyone in the morning, they took apart their bed and they took off every speck of like dirt or anything that was low dirty while they're sleeping, and then they put it all back together, and it takes them like 20 minutes or 10 minutes. Sorry, that's an exaggeration. But imagine that you can do it in 10 minutes. I mean, you could do it in like a minute, not even. All you have to do is take out the covers, not take them all off the bed and take everything bit by bit, but just sweep that shit and then put all the covers on right after. So a lot of people, they take up so much time, they consume so much time on something, thinking that if they do, even if they're doing it so correctly, but if they take their sweet ass time, that they're gonna feel fulfilled. But you could have made multiple beds you can make 10 beds within the 10 minutes, in comparison to the people that are taking 10 minutes to make one bed. It was a bad analogy, but you can use that towards anything else. Any project that you're working on, if you just work smarter, not harder. One of the things I heard from, it's actually funny, you guys might like laugh or whatever, but I heard from Mr. Beast in one of his videos, earlier videos, was he said he was never good at doing like all the technical stuff, or maybe I'm wrong, but don't quote me on this, but at least this is what I interpreted from the video. Was he said that he wasn't good with all the technical stuff, editing and all this and that, and instead of, this is not being lazy, this is being smart, remember, and especially if you have the resources. He said instead of him taking all the time to learn how to edit and do all these things, and he didn't even enjoy that stuff. He liked making videos, but he never enjoyed editing or all that stuff. So instead of what he did was, he just hired people to do the job for him. Work smarter, not harder. And especially if the outcome's going to be better than you doing it all by yourself, then that's what you're supposed to be doing. So even if you're being productive, and you're putting all these hours, but you're not being smart about it, you're not going to be happy. Inside you, it's not going to feel happy because you know that you could have done better. You could have done in less time. You could have had a better outcome if maybe you reached out for help or blah, 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 and da-da-da-da. Now, sadness, being non-productive. If you're non-productive, you're just never going to be happy within anything. Like, if I say I want a good body, yeah, some people might have good genetics and they, all they have to do is a couple push-ups or whatever, or, sorry, they don't even have to do anything. They have just good genetics. But we're talking about majority of the people that have shit genetics. Like, in the future, or maybe in this video, I'll put up a picture of what I looked like 5 years ago. Horrible. I don't have good genetics. Like, I just don't. Like, I've had to put in the work to get to this body form, or to get whatever physical form that I want. So if you're not productive with anything that you do, I also do music. If I decide not to record for a month, all the music that I write, I'm going to hear it inside my head, but I'm going to feel so angry that I didn't record it, I could brag about to everyone, oh, I make the best music. Bitch, I haven't made shit. I haven't recorded anything, And then there's the mixing, the engineering, all that. And I haven't done jack. So of course you're going to feel sad about that, being non-productive. The difference is between sadness is people always want to achieve sadness compared to happiness. But that's such a surface level way of looking at it, you know? So many people ignore the, I don't want to say thoughts, but the feelings that are at least what their heart speaks to them. Or that's what I like to say. People could say their soul, could say God or whatever, but I like to say what the heart says. Let's say that you get all your tasks done for the day, you know, you've worked or whatever, and you have some extra time. Or even, let's say, before you work, depending on what's your schedule, or you even have a free day. You have all the time to do that stuff. So many people, they think so little of themselves. They don't like to do anything. They're just lazy. You know, that's another factor of being sad or whatever, being non-productive, and which leads to sadness. But anyways, a lot of people, they have, let's say they work 4 to 5 days out of the week. On those 2 to 3 days that you have free, a lot of people, especially in my city that I live in, tend to, on the weekends, all they go to is party, do drugs, do lustful activities. They watch Netflix or movies. I don't know if Netflix is even a thing anymore like that, but they watch movies, they play video games, they gossip with all their friends, just do nothing, and then they question why their life is in a cycle. If you want to break out of the cycle, or even if you have, right now, currently, I have a lot of time on my hands, so I'm trying to be productive with all the time that I have. If you're not even working, or if you have a certain amount of time within the free, if the days that you're off, or the time that you're off from your job, if you have time, or you obviously do have time, structure the time. Figure out a structure, discipline yourself, figure out a routine or something that you can do so that when you have the days off, you're not also just like stressing and you're not super tired and fatigued about everything. You have to look at this very strategical. It's like the example I gave before about making the bed and the whole aspect like that. If you are just approaching everything the same way everyone else is doing, you're going to get the same outcome as everyone. If you truly want to be different than everyone, and I'm talking about for your own career, whether you're in business, you like to do art, music, like I do, anything, sports. Let me give an example. So I know this one guy, I'm not going to say names. I know this one guy that he has crazy genetics. This guy, he smokes weed, doesn't practice like he should, but he does play here and there, and I'm talking about basketball, and he's still really good. But he's not as good as he can be. You know? Even though he's been given, God gave him the genes, you know? I wish I could have those genes. This guy's tall, you know? He's strong naturally. I don't even think he works out like that. And he's just good, you know? But he smokes weed and all these things. He probably, you know, he might be doing the nutting for November thing and all that stuff, you know? And who knows what he does on the weekends, on his free time. The other guy that I'm talking about, this guy, every single day, and I kid you not, I'm not exaggerating, every single day, I think 6 or 7 in the morning, this guy's in the gym for at least 2 hours, an hour, 2 hours, in the morning, that's it. He's in the morning, does his job, after work, he goes to the gym as well, you know? And this guy has his whole routine, and he has a structure. But if you're disciplined and if it's something that you want, you know, he wants to do basketball. He wants to be good at it. And the guy that I'm talking about, he doesn't have the God gave good genetics. This guy is skinnier than me. He's shorter than I am. You know, like not that much like shorter wise, but I think he's 5'9", 5'10", and he's skinny, but he still works out. His appearance just makes it seem like he's not like all that, you know, but he puts in the work. And he works hard as well. I'm not saying don't work hard whatsoever, but he works smart as well. He structures his time, he has his job, he has his whole routine, and then on the side, he wants to get into video editing, and he works on that as well. Like, this guy's doing his shit. He's doing better than I am right now. I can't lie, you know? And it's nothing wrong with someone else doing better than you. You can always look up at the people or the people that are below you and always take inspiration from anything. You know, don't punch yourself down on the ground, but also you should be a little bit pessimistic just to realize that you are not the shit, that you are not the best version of yourself. I'm not the best version of myself. I woke up I haven't woken up late. I mean, it's 9 in the morning right now, but it's not late or anything, but I could have woken up earlier. You know, I could have been a little bit more productive. I was like, hey, wake up, record a video, then I'm going to work on some music, and we'll see where the day leads me after that, or I'll figure something out. You know, I know that about myself. I need to structure it better. But like I said, you have to be smart, you don't have to work as hard. You know, if I get this out of the way, I get the music, then let's say hypothetically, I could just do shit for the rest of the day compared to the rest of y'all. Some of y'all, you wake up on your phone for a whole hour, sitting on the toilet. Some of you guys beat your meat, all this shit. Or some of you still do drugs and all this. And then you're like, oh, my life's sad. It's like, no, it's not sad. You put yourself in a situation where you can't be happy. You can't be happy smoking weed every single day. You can't be happy jerking off. You can't be happy just not doing anything. You just can't. You know, you're going to have, at the beginning stages of, let's say, you start playing video games or blah, 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 blah. You're going to have that adrenaline pumping. You're going to have that satisfaction. Be like, oh, this is so much fun. And then you realize that video games or just going on social media, endlessly scrolling, it doesn't do jack all for you. You're never going to be satisfied because you're just observing, whether it's in a video game, you're observing the character upgrade and you're just sitting here either getting fatter or you're just getting skinnier or you're just getting more drained of energy. And same on your phone. Even watching this right now. You're watching this video and you're going to have a little bump of maybe inspiration or motivation, and then you might work out for a little bit, and then the next day you're just going to be lazy, you know? And at the end of these days, I make these videos, yes, I want to motivate. I want to inspire people. But if you're not going to inspire yourself, if you're not going to look at your own situation and be like, you know what, I need to change for me. Fuck me. Don't change for me. Don't change for me. Change for you. I'm making this video for other people to help, yes, but I'm making these videos to also help myself, to hold myself accountable. If I'm posting this shit online saying, oh, be productive, do this and da-da-da-da, and I'm not doing it, I'm a fucking hypocrite. You know, like, everything that I say in these videos, I'm doing. Or if I'm saying not to do, I'm not doing it. So you deserve to feel the exact way that you feel right now. You deserve to feel sad, or if you're in a happy state or whatever, you deserve to be there, but just know things aren't always gonna be lasting like that forever. Things are temporary. Feelings are temporary. You know, you could be even working super hard, being super productive on your life's purpose, and then you could just mess up a little bit, and then boom, you feel sad. But you always have to get up from that down stage and realize, like, everything's temporary, you know? You can easily switch something in your mind, these thoughts in your mind, to be like, if you're feeling down or something, you can just switch it. Trust me. Try. Just focus consciously. Focus the next time you're feeling sad and just look at yourself and be like, why do I feel like this? Or why do I continue feeling like this? And then just switch it. You know? If you're not being productive, stop thinking about not being productive. Just start doing it, because it's actions at the end of the day. You can't read all these books. You can't talk the talk and not walk the walk. You can't be doing all that. You have to just do it. No Nike. You deserve to feel sad. You do not deserve to have sympathy or remorse, especially if this is self-inflicted or self-caused emotions. You don't deserve, you deserve exactly what you get. And don't expect anyone to feel sad or down or bad for you, because at the end of the day, especially for guys, you're not going to get any of that. You're not. So, with all that being said, my name is Alex Snow. If you are new to the channel, subscribe and like the video. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace out.